Oh, hello. Happy Tuesday, guys. I am so excited to have you here on my YouTube channel. If you are brand new to the channel, hi, my name is Tanner Bell, and I am a DIY craft blogger. We make live streams here teaching you guys how to make some really amazing things. And in today's video, we are using our Cricut Maker, the new scoring wheel, to create this awesome, lovely vase out of, wait for it, paper. Rachel is behind the camera today and we are going to have a very fun, crafty time. So as you tune in, be sure to share with us where you're visiting from, what you're working on today, how your week is, anything, throw up those comments. And if you're watching the recorded, you missed the live broadcast, no worries. Still follow along, give us some comments and we will get back to you. So Rachel, is anyone tuning in?
We have no comments yet, but we got 16 viewers, so
Yay!
there's some people out there.
Hello friends, I am super excited. I know it's a little random of a time on a 2 p.m. live stream here during a work week, but I just couldn't wait to share with you guys the scoring wheel because we've gotten quite a few questions about it. Now this is the Cricut scoring wheel. It comes in two little things. We have the one, which is what we're using today, but for thicker materials, we have the double scoring wheel, which is very important, especially with those bigger projects, with those thicker materials. You'll definitely love your double scoring wheel. So yeah, this is it. Now people, if you want to see really quick how you can change that out, there's a button at the top of the scoring wheel. Simply press it, pull, keep pressing, and you can place the second one on, and then it's right in place. It's very snug. So like I said, it's super easy to put on and off. You can sort of see when you press the button. And ta-da! I mean, it's snug. So this is a super awesome thing. If you do not have a Cricut Maker, if you do not, have a scoring wheel and you have the Cricut Maker, the traditional scoring tool from Cricut works fantastic. There's nothing wrong with using that. This is just what they're, the newest innovation that they've made. So super excited. Do we have any questions so far?
No questions yet. We've got a ton of viewers.
Yay!
A ton of people say hey. Barb says hi. Chrissy says hello from Oklahoma. Kathleen is from Palm Desert, California.
Yay!
Dee is from Kentucky. Alpine, Texas. We've got lots of viewers.
Love it. So guys, are you all excited to learn how to make this vase? This is my prototype. I am upgrading it a little bit for fall using some of our files from Maker is Gonna Learn as always. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna sit this over here. I do want to talk about something real quick. Before we get into the project, I was kind of worried about it being sturdy and being able to stay in place. For paper and just regular basic cardstock, look at how awesome this is. Like, I saw a comment yesterday talking about that we wouldn't attempt this live. If you want to see what we did yesterday live, this was our project. Check that out on the channel. But we're gonna make this and we're gonna teach you exactly how to do it. We picked up a few tips and tricks. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So get excited. First off, if you have not went ahead and joined Maker's Gonna Learn, we are launching the fall collection. Again, we have a few more minor tweaks before we have the new collection out, but today we're using one of our files from Maker's Gonna Learn, which is a die cutting community. So we love it. If you're brand new here, we give you monthly collections of digital cut files. If you join today, instant access to over 400 files, a free commercial license, exclusive members only Facebook group. We have monthly member only live stream workshops, which we love. And for our year members, we give you guys 3 e-courses completely free, which is teaching you how to use your Cricut Maker, teaching you how to use Design Space, and most importantly, we have a Build a Business Through Die Cutting course. They're all very intense courses. They give you a lot of material and it's very easy to digest. So we love those courses. If you've taken any of our courses, I hope you've enjoyed them. But for our year members, you do get access to everything and then some. So we love that. But we're using one of our files today. And what I want to show you is here's the file in Design Space. This is after you customize it. When you open this project in Cricut, you're going to see this is what it looks like. And it's go cut at like like you're gonna need a 12 by 24 mat. And honestly, I don't have any 12 by 24 colors in whites and grays. I only had like really bright colors. So I simply made sure to size both of the cuts down. You'll know what I mean here in a second, so that we could make it a smaller size, and I love it. So I highly recommend sizing it down. The project is $199, I think, but it could be an access. I am not 100% sure. So I just put Happy Harvest here, and we're going to use brown vinyl, and it fits perfectly right here. So right for the front, it's going to fit perfectly right here. So do we have any questions? Anything?
Jolie says, I have the maker, but haven't invested in the scoring wheel yet. I haven't felt the need for it as I don't do many paper crafts.
If you're not using paper crafts, if you don't feel the need for it, there's no real reason to. You know, you're gonna be able to do this with your Explorer, your Maker. If you have the scoring wheel, great. If you have the regular scoring tool that's been out for a while, awesome. You know, it doesn't really matter too much. So it's already put this on our mat for us, and you can see here after we pressed make it, this is the screen you come to. So it says geometric vase. You can see there's two pieces. This is the bottom, and this is the actual vase. So I'm going to teach you guys how to score that. It is a little complicated. Rachel was a little concerned when I was trying to fold it. So yeah, we can just press continue.
Edward Morris says, hi, it's my first time here. I've really been enjoying your videos.
Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. For any first-time viewers, welcome. Is it Edward?
Yes, Edward.
Welcome, Edward. Thank you so much for being here and watching along, whether it's been recorded. I'm so glad you're able to catch a live video. If anyone else is commenting, be sure to welcome Edward. And if anyone else is brand new to the channel for watching live, let us know so we can welcome you properly.
And Shannon said, would the scoring stylus work for these projects?
Yes, that is what I'm speaking of. I should have grabbed it to show you all the difference between the scoring stylus and the wheel, but either scoring tool you have will be fantastic. So now that we've connected via Bluetooth, we're just going to select medium cardstock, and I'm just going to put it on more pressure. And the first thing it's going to tell us is to load in our scoring wheel. Now I was live and someone asked me, Tanner, now that we have the scoring wheel, I do not have a scoring wheel. I still want to use my regular stylus. Cricut isn't letting me change those out. Here's what you need to do. All you need to do is come over here. Let's show them this. It says edit tool. All you're going to do is press edit tool. It's that easy. And you can pick, do I want to cut with my scoring wheel, which is highly recommended, or just the scoring stylus? You would just press scoring stylus. But we have the wheel, so we're going to press continue. And now we are going to open clamp B, take that fine point blade out, put it in its little holder, and we're just putting that in clamp B. Done. Easy, right? And now I already have our piece of cardstock right here. With our light grip mat, we're going to load this into our machine. And then it is going to allow us to turn fast mode on. Rachel was just talking about how she was scared to use fast mode yesterday.
Yeah.
So for anyone else scared to use it, I highly recommend give it a try. You'll really, really love it. So we're going to press the flashing Cricut button. It's going to detect the blade. Now I tested this earlier, and for some reason it said I didn't have the blade installed. I don't know why it said that, but I just clicked the flashing Cricut button again to test again, and it said it was fine. So let's see what happens. And it's scoring, yay! So watch it score. Isn't this exciting? It gives really quality cut lines, or excuse me, scoring lines.
Edward would like to know, he's still getting used to his maker. Is there a huge performance difference between the scoring wheel and the stylus?
You know, I think for the thicker materials, depending on what you're using, if you're going to be creating cards and different things like smaller paper, thinner projects, I think your scoring stylus is gonna be fine. This is really for those 3D projects. You want perfect scoring lines. If you're going to be doing things with really thick material that you need to score with, that is when I would start thinking and looking at maybe a scoring wheel. But honestly, having the scoring wheel gives better scoring lines. So depending on what you're willing and wanting to invest.
And for the viewers that are just just popping in. What are we making today?
We're creating a really fun 3D paper vase. This scoring wheel is loud. Okay. Oh, still scoring. But yeah, we're making a vase out of paper. Look at these flowers. Rachel and I went and picked it up, and then Rachel put them all in here. It's gonna be perfect for your fall decor, however you wanna do it. So now it's letting us know to install the fine point blade. Just like we did before, open clamp B. Let's place the scoring wheel out, pop in the fine point blade. When you're good to go, press the flashing Cricut button again.
Barb would like to know, what is a good project for a first-time maker?
Ooh, Rachel and I always talk about different first-time beginner projects. We actually have a whole video talking about projects for beginners. So I highly recommend working with vinyl. I love working with vinyl. We're actually working with it today. It's a really easy one to get your feet wet with. So be sure to think about vinyl. You could also do iron-on, but that does take a few more extra steps. With every Cricut, they come with a beginner first project that they give you the supplies to make. So that would always be an easy one. But yeah, I love vinyl. So now guys, we're using scraps. I think the whole month, if I haven't told you all, if you haven't watched, we are trying to use up scrap pieces. So we're using a scrap piece of brown to cut our next layer out of for Maker's Gonna Learn. But look at this, guys. We're peeling this back. Notice that I'm very intentional about how I'm pulling this back. I do not want this to fold up. Sometimes cardstock can curl when they're on the mat, so you want to go with gravity for your layers. So look at this. Pop it down, and you're good to go. So now we're just going to take our brown our brown vinyl. It's been in the scrap bin. You know how the scrap bin is. I hope you all have scrap bins as well. We're just going to place this down, and we're going to load it into our mat.
Sue would like to know, can this project be made with the Air 2?
Yes. If you have an Air 2, if you have an Explorer, whichever one you have, you're going to be able to make this exact vase using your scoring stylus and your Explorer. Do not feel like you have to have a maker, you have to have the scoring wheel to make this project. Super easy no matter what machine you have. So now we're just cutting that next layer, which is the Happy Harvest from makersgonnalearn.com. And guys, if you love what you're seeing here, you're going to love our membership. We have a ton of digital cut files that you're going to love using, and you're going to get inspired every single week, every single month with new craft files and inspiration. So we have a whole new collection launching very soon. And if you become a year member today, you get access to 400 files that we've released since we launched. And then you're pre-ordering and getting access for the next year, which is going to be like almost 400 more files, if not more. And you get access to all of our courses and different things like that exclusive to your members. It's a class on using your Cricut Maker. It's a class on design space and learning how to build a business through die cutting. So any beginner out there with Cricut, you will really find value and love your membership at Maker's Gonna Learn. So now what we did, we've cut this through and we made sure to test it right here. Oh my goodness, so I forgot to change the setting from cardstock to vinyl. So all we're going to do is cut that through one more time, and I'm going to move it on the mat. So you can see it just didn't give us that perfect cut. And I'm like, what's happening? Why is it not? It's because I didn't change the material. So I had it on medium cardstock. So we just need to switch it over to vinyl, and we're going to press the flashing Cricut button. This is what happens when we are live. We make mistakes. It happens, no big deal.
At least we're using scraps.
We are using, this is a pretty big scrap, but yeah, I'm glad we're able to use up some scraps. So while that's cutting, I'm just gonna go ahead and get a piece of transfer tape ready. And guys, if you've never thought about using transfer tape on cardstock, vinyl on cardstock, it's such a good idea. You get a really great look and we love it. So do we want to start scoring? I guess since we've been talking for a minute, let's go ahead and start scoring this. You can see here, are we able to see these scoring lines at all? Perfect. So we're just going to start by scoring these and kind of just fold it just like so. And you just want to start folding. You can go all one way first. And then, actually, you know what, we're just going to go just like this. So you find the next scoring line and just fold it. And you want nice, crisp scoring lines to be able to fold, right?
We have a viewer that asks, with the scoring wheel, why would we use the stylus?
If you have a scoring wheel, the stylus is not necessary. Your scoring wheel is what Cricut is recommending. So if you are just joining the Cricut gang and you're looking to get a wheel or a stylus, Cricut highly, highly is recommending the scoring wheel versus the stylus. They're, you know, upgrading it. If you read about the scoring stylus, I think there were things that people kind of wanted to see done differently. So that's why they created the scoring wheel for us. And if you all have made this project in Cricut Design Space, let me know your thoughts on it, because I think this is such a fun one. I love 3D projects.
We've got some people asking about the bone folder as well.
Ooh, this is a bone folder. So if you are a paper crafter, give me a thumbs up. This is from my olden days of card making. This is a bone folder. It is perfect for creasing those edges to all of your paper projects. I wish Cricut would come out with a scoring or a bone folder, because it's a main thing to have when you are making projects like this. So any paper 3D projects or anything, notice that this gives you a nice crisp line. And it doesn't hurt your cardstock, which is important. So notice here, I'm just kind of going through, finding the lines and scoring them. It's that easy. And you can use your hands, but honestly, to get those crisp lines, this is go step up your projects for a very little investment.
Shannon wants to know where you can buy a bone folder.
You can find them at your local craft store. You can pick yours up at Michael's today. We love, love, love our friends at Michael's. We work with them as well. So just look at how well you're able to. But honestly, any craft store, a lot of different paper brands have their own, but this is a very inexpensive one from any craft store, and it'll last you probably your entire craft career, right? Like, I've had mine for quite some time. And you can see, you don't need anything fancy, you just need any one of them. So we went through and scored all of those lines. Hopefully you can see them better now. And now we're just going to fold these little bitty edges. So you just fold these in, just like so. Super easy. Look at that. So go fold all the way in. And like I said, you could fold these, you know, just with your hands or your fingers. If you have a gift card, if you don't have a bone folder, think about using a gift card to just help you crease those edges. Look at that. So guys, if you're loving this project, give this video a thumbs up, share it with another one of your crafty friends, you know, anything like that. This is more of a pretty intense project we're building today, and I'm excited to let you all see it live. So we've scored all of our edges. Now let's unload our Cricut mat, and we're going to use the brand new, we've got so many Cricut tools. Are you all not loving all of the Cricut accessories? We're just going to trim this out so we can save all of our vinyl. As you can see here. Oops, see, this did not want to, it cut too well with our vinyl, so we're gonna leave that there. And then we're just going to grab a scoring wheel, or I said grab a scoring wheel. I'm gonna grab my weeding tool. I haven't ate lunch yet, guys, so I'm kind of getting a little wee. So anyway, we're going to find a corner and just peel up from the edge. After people have they today on the live?
No, they just yesterday.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Viewer was like, still not over that do-do-do thing.
No, guys, if you notice, I say do-do-do like all of the time. And in real life, like all over the place. I'm constantly saying it. So now this is such a little phrase. We're kind of going to be very careful as we weed, because sometimes, if you all have noticed, vinyl kind of peels up some letters. So notice how I'm kind of pulling away so it kind of lays down and stays put. So you'll see here, we're just gonna pull that away, and notice how it kind of helps a lot. Got so many tools going on here. So we're just gonna pull away. Look at that. Love that. Yep. Okay. And you all are probably not used to seeing me like try to be easy with weeding. But these smaller ones, this is cut at about 1.5 inches by like 3 by 2.25 inches, probably. Maybe a little less. So just like so. I want to make sure it's good.
I would definitely recommend iron-on for first timers though, because it's so much easier to work with and to weed, and it already comes with transfer paper.
Right.
Hands down, it needs to be, you know, what you begin with.
Yeah, it's a great one to begin with. There are a few things, you know, you just want to watch a video. We have videos on iron-on, ton of live streams answering a lot of the most asked questions on iron-on. And I love vinyl. I definitely wouldn't start with a small project like this because it is a little harder to weed. It just takes a few more seconds. Like, you know, when you compare the time it's taking us to weed versus the time it would take to be able to cut this out ourselves, like hands down, totally worth it. And look, we're almost done. Yay! We're just gonna protect this little S. Perfect.
Oh, we have a quote newbie question.
Okay.
Why would you not take the backing off the mat and then weed?
Great question. I talk about this all of the time. I like that this right here is positioned and it's not going anywhere. When you leave it on your mat, it is not going anywhere, so you're able to focus in on weeding. If you were trying to weed it and you had a hand down trying to keep it on your table, I love using my mat to weed, and if I'm not using my mat, the reason why is I'm peeling it up and I'm going to tape it down onto my bright pad just to make sure that I get those perfect you know, be able to see everything. So I love the bright pad, but I also love weeding from here. So anyway, we just got a few little spots to get out. But great question. I get asked that quite a bit. And if you've never done it, definitely try it out and let me know what you think.
We have another question. Where do you get your vinyl?
Ooh, I love Cricut vinyl. If you're looking to load up on any Cricut products, check out the links below because we do have links to Cricut. They are a partner of ours and we would love if you use their links, our links, so that they know that we are helping encourage you guys to stay creative. They have some of the best vinyl too. Like, I don't think you're gonna be able to find any better vinyl. And if you use the code Craft in Your Day for 10% off of your order and free shipping. That does not work on Cricut machines or bundles, but on all of supplies like we're using today, like our awesome, you know, knife blade, or this X-Acto knife, True Control knife. Yeah. There we are. Like I said, I need to eat lunch. I'm getting a little dizzy, but yeah. So we love Cricut products. Then I'm just going to take that and transfer to.
And we have the same viewer who asked the newbie question.
Yes.
Said, but doesn't handling the mat take the sticky off?
It does a little bit. I obviously, with such an intricate project, I don't recommend touching it as much as you just watched me. But I think it's worth it.
But also, to be honest, on some of the mats that aren't the light grip, you almost want to handle it right when you open it to make it a little less sticky, because sometimes it's just a little harsh on your materials. Yeah,
depending on what it is, you know, some vinyls, I've had vinyl stick to, say, like a standard grip mat, and like you're trying to peel it up and it wouldn't come up, like the piece that you're, not the actual vinyl, but the transfer tape. So anyway, we are just going to now pull out our another tool. Look at all these Cricut tools. I'm telling you guys, they take good care of us. I love that they've made such a commitment to having great tools, because it does make your projects. So notice how we're now again going with gravity to peel away. Look at this. Look at that. And again, it's a little smaller, so just have to go with it. Awesome. So now we're going to take this into the middle of our project. So right here, thanks, Rach. We're just going to toss that in the middle of our project and apply it. Now notice that I'm applying the vinyl first before we start gluing it together, because I want to be able to varnish this onto the paper right away instead of trying to put it on a finished 3D project, right? There would be no surface. So look at that. Done, 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 done. Happy harvest. I love this. You could do this in fall colors. You could do this with whatever. We kind of chose to build ours in such a light color so that we could let this be the center point with all the awesome flowers. You could do this orange and just white flowers for a really fun fall vibe. You could do this with a light orange, especially the brown iron vinyl. We love it. What do you guys think of it so far? So now this is the fun part. We get to start building it. So let's go ahead and I need to finish scoring the second piece that comes with it. So let's go ahead and just like we did before, nothing crazy. Fold these over. Just like so. And again, I had to size this project down prior to recording. So be, extremely cautious of that when you are making yours if you have the actual paper 12 by 24 or not. So now this goes just like so. We're gonna line these up just like this. See how these lines are going to line up? Pretty cool. So that's how the back is going to look. So we can go ahead and apply some ATG down on these two corners. And again, I get a lot of questions about this right here. Let's talk about this. This is my ATG, my Scotch ATG 714. This is a game changer when it comes to paper crafting. If y'all notice when I'm making home decor and wood projects, I'm using a totally different tools than when I'm paper crafting, just because you need different tools for the different types of crafts. So be extremely cautious of that, and know you will need a few different things for different type of projects. So notice I'm just lining these two edges up right here as much as possible, and then I'm applying pressure just like so to this. So yay, looks great. This is a good line. Okay, so now what we can do is go ahead now in the steps. And if you're like, Tanner, this is too much. I want to make some Cricut projects, but I don't have all of the instructions. I don't feel like I can just wing it. Guess what? When you click on the project that you choose, you're going to have the materials to cut, everything else you need, the prep work, the cut work, and then the assemble. So we fold the lines, then we crease them. We're able to cut around itself. Then
I think you might have put the Happy Harvest on the wrong way.
You are correct. So we will take a little detour of how we do this. So this right here is supposed to be the top, and let me kind of explain why. So you piece this like so.
It's just supposed to have like a nice rim on it.
Yeah,
It's
this
really
is
the
the
only
rim.
purpose.
Yeah, this is the only purpose of the rim. So look at this right here. And since I went ahead and put Happy Harvest this way, this is the new top and this is the new bottom. So I'm not actually going to add the bottom piece because it wouldn't fit, as you can see. It is made to go right here. But pretend for a second with me that we did that correctly, and here would be your Happy Harvest. And they recommend gluing these down a little, but honestly, I
mean, if you put flowers in it, you don't even really need the...
Definitely. So here, we'll show them the bottom of this. Can we show them the bottom of this right here? This is your bottom, and then you have those nice creased edges. As you can see, when you have flowers in there, it kind of goes everywhere anyway. But yeah, it's super easy to create a 3D paper vase. We love it. You can add whatever you want from it. You can add something from Maker's Gonna Learn. You can add some text. There's so many different things you can do. I loved using the scoring wheel to bring this project to life. It was so much fun. So do we have any questions about the process?
No.
Good. I hope you all had so much fun learning how to make a fun 3D paper vase. Like, who thought? This was one sheet of cardstock, guys, and it's a sturdy project. I love it. You could put flowers, you could do a lot of different things with it, and imagine using even thicker material. So if you're using thicker material, it's gonna be even easier to make this project. So thank you so much for watching. This was such a fun live stream. I cannot wait to be sharing more fall projects with you guys. And if you have any suggestions, be sure to leave us comments. If you have any questions about Makers Gonna Learn, remember, if you are interested in becoming a member of Makers Gonna Learn and join our exclusive die cutting community, click the first link below and get registered. No matter what time of day you sign up, whether it's now, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's tonight, you will go through the process of payment and create your account, and then you get instant access to all of our library, all of the training videos if you are a yearly member. It is going to be a lot of fun. So thanks guys for hanging out with us today, and I will see you back here very, very soon. See ya.